Well, hello there, it's Lucy. I don't have much to say today other than that I finally watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I, like a lot of other artists, desperately want to study the beautiful art of this movie. I'm obviously a little behind the craze since Across the Spider-Verse came out in the beginning of June, and it is now late July, but I'm usually a little behind when it comes to stuff like this, and I don't really mind. It's just how it always happens for me. I plan on studying as much of this movie as I can, as the art is absolutely insane. I genuinely spent most of the movie trying to analyze how the art changed with each character, and the themes of their world and the intricacies of their emotions, as well as also bookmarking scenes in my head so I could draw them in the future. And all of this was on top of actually watching the movie and becoming engrossed in the storyline, which was amazing, by the way. I guess, in other words, I want to watch the movie again. I want to watch the movie and study different characters and scenes and just let myself learn from the professionals. In any case, this week's art is the start of that, and I naturally started with Miguel O'Hara. Apart from being broad, brooding, and beautiful, and a new favorite for everyone who thinks a gentle forehead kiss could fix him, he's actually a very compelling character. Now, I know nothing of the comics, so I'm only drawing on from what I learned in this most recent movie, but he has a backstory that has left him with a lot of guilt, and watching that guilt drive him is, well, interesting. It was a big part of why I wanted to draw him. However, I very rarely draw characters like this, aka very large, or as a few of my friends have said, stacked triangle-built men. The closest I've done to this type of character design is mostly unfinished attempts at drawing Shiro from Voltron Legendary Defender, which my latest attempt has actually gone somewhat decently, so look out for that on Instagram. Because this type is so new to me though, I wanted to do a more direct image, or in this case poster, study than anything else. I do plan on doing more shapy, liney studies in the future of Miguel and most of the cast, but for this week I wanted to put my focus more on the colors, the style, which the heavy use of black as a shadow in his suit was definitely weird for me, and the overall vibe. Normally I approach shadows and lighting very loosely, doing the entire image at once, but for this one I found myself having to work one color at a time. I believe the relationship between the blue and the black took me the longest, but I definitely focused more on details and texture more than I ever do when it comes to shading. I really like how it turned out though. I let myself get dramatic with it. I actually like how all of it turned out, which is fun. Usually after I finish something like this, I'll step back and look at what I can change in the next piece I do. For this one, I actually have been looking at things I can keep for the next one I do. It's a fun feeling. In any case, thank you for sticking around to watch my art and hear my ramblings. If you want to hear my ramblings live, I stream on Twitch on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you'd rather support me on your own time, then a like and a subscribe here can go a long way. If you'd like to see everything I'm working on, then Instagram is your best bet. I'm most active on there. My handle is Lucy of the Chair on all sites. If you've made it this far and have watched Across the Spider-Verse, let me know who your favorite character is. If you haven't watched it yet, then let me know your favorite art style, whether in animation or not. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely weekend.